Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a few makeup tutorials with the palette I do have brand new. So if you want to see that, then keep on watching. Also, if you're new here, hi, my name is Nikki. I am a lover of colorful makeup, and today we're playing with a palette that I am super happy about, and I hope you will join because I upload 3 times a week. Let's start. I reviewed, or I brought this palette back when I had it totally new. This is the Ace Beaute Tropical Vibes palette. This one is not the newest palette though, but I bought it later because it was not available in Europe, and I have to say I was too cheap to buy it for 40 bucks shipping, because that's the minimum rate you get, like normal shipping, not premium shipping. And so I was like even more thrilled when this came to an European retailer. I will link, of course, all the information where you can get it in Europe, as well as on the side of Ace Beaute as well. And yeah, this is the stunning beauty. Like I said, I already did use it in one of the videos. You can definitely see it is a stunning palette with a lot of greens, a little bit of teal, like a little bit of like warmth as well. And I want to do 3 looks with this palette, and the first look will be like a smoky eye. I'm trying not to blend you, but it's not as easy as you think. I want to do a smoky look with the deepest shade as well as the teals, so I am super excited. Of course, I will link the video where I first used the palette down below, and also in the eye. I did a quite green look. Like I said, I do want to have a little bit of fun in between, and yeah, that's why we're like playing with this palette today. Let's go to the first look, and then again, normally I will do a review at the end of the video, so if you want to, you know, just see the review part, look at the end of the video, and if you want to see the tutorials, then just keep on watching. I took you a little bit closer. Welcome to my face. Like I said, I do want to use the really deep color as well as the greens and the shimmer greens, and I think I want to start with Palm Tree, which is this shade, and then we go into this one and then into this. I think for this one I will use a black base. It does look like blackish purplish, so just so you know. But yeah, I will start with Palm Tree, this one. I also already primed my eyes, just so you know. This one will be just a transition shade for the deeper colors, so it's not like we have to be precise with that. I use a little bit of a denser brush just to bring in a little bit of color, like so. You can definitely tell. And like I said, I will use then the turquoise and teal colors to, you know, go further. I do want to play a little bit with these colors, because I think if you look at the palette, there is a lot of green in it, but like I said, there are also like teal shades, which I am excited to use. As the next color, I will use Palawan, which is the deep matte teal, and just go a little bit further in. We can always blend the 2 colors together, and I will go over the whole eye, like over the whole eye, and I will blend that out. Just so it's a little bit blended. Now I will use a black eyeliner. This one is the LH Cosmetics Black Core Liner. You can use whatever black liner you have, if you have the NYX Jumbo Pen or anything, and just put a little bit in the eye out, just so we have a base for the dark shade. This don't have to be really pretty or anything, it's just the base so that the color of the shade will come out better. And now I use Cave which is the dark purpley black. I don't even know. And just put that on the part where I just added the black eyeliner and blend this out. And don't worry if it is not looking like perfect or anything. We will cover that up with the turquoise shimmer. So just so you know, don't stress out if it's not like working properly right at the start. So this is a little bit blended and everything. And now I will use Zeesea, which is the turquoise shimmer on my lid, and I will just spray my brush a little bit so that I don't have like fallout, because so far no fallout. And let's keep that real. I don't need that, the base is already done. So just use a little bit of that on my brush, and I will use a little bit of spray. So, and now we add that on top of the black. So this is the look so far. I will use National Park, which is this gold shimmer on the inner part of the look. And then we're almost done, which is amazing. I also will spray that as well. Go into the greenish shade and mix these a little bit. I will like do that on the lower lash line as well. I think I will use the same colors just on the lower lash line, added some lashes, a little bit of liner, and we see us with the finished look. So this is the finished look. I added some liner, which is the Maybelline, let me see, 932 Intense Green in my waterline, because why not? I mean, this look is like screaming about that. And then I also added some lashes. These are the Lily lashes in the shade Miami Flare. I thought I needed a little bit of a bigger lash for the smoky eye. I have to say, just a little review in between, the palette did crumble a lot. I had to wipe out my concealer again. So if you do a smoky eye look, maybe don't do your base makeup first. I mean, sure, that is maybe a great idea. So let's go to look number 2. Welcome to look 2. I am fresh out of the shower. I do want to use the more orangey and yellowy shades today, because we're going on a date today. So let's try that, and yeah, that should be working fine, hopefully. I will start with Khaki, which is the more orangey shade. You can definitely see it has a little bit of fallout. Luckily for me, I didn't wear the dress already I wanted to wear today, or the outfit. Of course, I have some eye primer on, and just put that in my crease and also underneath my eyes. It is indeed a really pretty color though. I think today, like I said, I do want to play a little bit more with the yellowy tones, the orangey tones, because I didn't play with them. And then we have, I think, almost every color combination, at least. Like we did the teal one in the last video part, or the first video. We did a green look, of course, in my Get Ready With Me. I will link that down below. Now we're using the orange shade. So yeah, well, I think we'll settle with this at the end of this video. I'm thinking about blending that with the light yellow, but first of all I want to go with Safari, which is the deepest orangey shade in the palette. This one is the one I'm using at the moment, and then this one, if you want to go, of course you can go with like the blackish shade as well, but this one I'm just putting on the outer edges to see if this is building. By the way, if it's not, I am going to cry, because I don't have time to refilm this, and I need to do a video, edit that video, and upload that video today as well. Yay. So yes, just deepening up the color. That worked quite well. I will go in with khaki again, blend that out, but so far, so good. This is looking amazing. You could go with just this neutral look, maybe use the gold shade or another shade you love, or even this one, because this is just slightly green, and done, you know, lashes maybe if you want to, maybe not, and then you would have, you know, have a neutral look. We're not doing that, but I mean, that would be also totally valid. I will use Mango, the yellow shade. I'm debating about these two here, but I will use the yellow shade. This one is the green one. The yellow shade, and blend out khaki. So here on the edges. By the way, it doesn't need to be blended. So far it did blend beautifully. This time I started with the medium shade and built up the like the deeper shade. Again, I also put it on my lower lash line. So pretty. It's just like, it's just simple and not so like extreme, but I do love that. And now I think I do want to do a cut crease, and yeah, I think I will do a cut crease off real fast, and then we'll go back with the colors. I just did a really small cut crease. I used the Glam Shop EYEBASE because it does have a little bit of color, which is always nice. And now I use the deepest shade, Safari, again, just here on the edges, so that it blends everything. Again, I didn't set the base, so that this is a really nice and sticky base. Like this. And then I will use the medium shade, which is khaki, this one, in the middle too, or a little bit, so that it blends with the shade. I think, by the way, if you didn't saw that coming, I think I would just do a really fun matte look this time, because to be honest, there are not a lot of lighter shimmers as well as lighter colors. So the only light colors are Chartreuse and Mango, which are, like I said, the more greenish and yellowy shade. So like this, and then in the inner corner I will add Mango, which is the yellow. Did get a little bit patchy here. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit deeper there. I will finish the look, add some lashes, and then we'll see us in one sec. So this is the finished look. I added some liner, which is the yellow one, and this is Cosmic Yellow, if I'm not mistaken, from NYX. I also added some lashes. These are the little lashes in the shade Miami Flare, and the style Miami Flare, who knows. But to be honest, I am not happy with the look. It did get patchy where the like the eyeshadow primer was kind of wet. I mean, that's the whole point, isn't it? So it is indeed quite patchy here and here. That is a bummer though. I have to say I hate that. But yeah, let's go to look number 3. Welcome back to look number 3. Again, we're doing the Ace Beaute palette, if you didn't saw the other videos, just so you know. And I'm trying to use the colors I didn't use, but I think there's only 3 shimmers in the palette, so I used all of them already. But yeah, we're trying to make a really cool and nice look. My base makeup is already done. Eyeshadow primer is on, and yeah, let's do that. I think I want to start with the medium shade, this one in Jungle, in my crease. I think I didn't use that before, so yeah, we're trying here to give us as many and as good like impression of everything. Here my least this one is deeper than I thought, to be honest. I also put that on the lower lash line. Let's use Pickle. I didn't use that before to deepen up the green. This green, by the way, is stunning. I love these kinds of green. So just use a little bit of a smaller brush and see if I can deepen that a little bit. It did work, but the colors are quite close. If you look at them, I feel like there is a distinct difference in the color, but if you like put it like this, I don't feel like these are like so much deeper than the previous color, but still a stunning color though. I just blended that a little bit, and then I use Oahu, this one, to blend out the edges. I will use a little bit of a fluffy brush, just take a little bit here on the edges and blend that out. Just a little bit, a tad. I did clean up a little bit. I did a cut crease like yesterday, so the second look you saw. But this time I set the cut crease with some loose powder because the second look had really big problems with like deepening and patchiness with the primer I used. I don't know why, to be honest. So yeah, that is not so great, let's say it like this. And now I think this look will be also like quite shimmer free. I will use the shades. I will use again Pickle, and then I will go to Oahu and then Chartreuse. So just that it has like a little bit of gradient, a gradient. Hoping this time that there will be no patchiness. And you know, because that is the last thing, and it's like 5 seconds and I had patchiness. Don't know, but if I like here, I don't know if that is because I didn't set there properly, but yeah, let's go on with the other shades. That would be so a bummer. I had never had the problem before though, that I had this problem that it got like wet almost through the primer. And this one is indeed not an concealer. It is an eyeshadow primer, but it's not like set. So that was really a bummer, to be honest. Like I said, I never had this problem before, but I mean, what should we do? And then we go into, like I said, Chartreuse, which is the like really light, almost yellowy green shade just in the inner corner. I think I will definitely deepen up that like bow again. Yeah, let me clean that up. I think I will use also these colors like the Oahu and the Chartreuse in the inner corner. I will finish the whole look up and then we go to my review part, or the feedback from the palette, if I liked it, if I didn't like it, how the looks went and everything. This is the finished look. I added some Cosmic Yellow NYX liner. I added lashes in this style. Which is it? This is the Lily Lash in the style Mykonos Light. And they're of course foaming lashes. Well, let's talk about everything. Let's start with that. First of all, that eye look is horrendous. Like this one, it's not looking good. This one is a little bit better. I mean, sure, this is a little bit better, but also not quite. I don't know. Like, it's better, but not perfect. I mean, no one has to be perfect. No eye look has to be perfect, but it was like a pain in the butt to do it. Let me think about that. Let me let me like have my final thoughts. I did 4 looks with the palette. The first one was okay. The second one, like the first one you saw here in this video, was really, really nice. And then the last 2 looks, like this one and the one before, looked horrendous. Horrendous. Just saying. I don't know what to say about it. I feel like it's a good everyday palette. I feel like the shades do blend together. They are buildable. Great. The problem I have with the palette is that these shades are not as different as I thought. Like, look at this. Like, we did a look with these colors. Like, and then of course here these green tones. I feel like it looks like I didn't even, like, it looks like a wash of color. It looked like I didn't have like 4 totally different colors on my lid. And I feel like especially the lightest shades, this one, and that those are the lightest shade in the palette, except for this one shimmer shade here. I feel like those need a lot of help to look bright. And let me tell you, I do use like a really, really light eye base. Always. Normally I use the Anastasia. At the moment I use the Glam Shop, and those are really, really light bases. You know, it's not like, oh, it's a medium tone. No, I do use really, really light bases for my makeup, for my eye makeup. Especially, I have to say, I was especially like almost pissed yesterday because it got patchy. I used this one. This is an eyeshadow base to use it for my cut crease, and it looked horrendous. You know, it looked horrendous on my eyes because it looked patchy. It looked like the shadow got wet, and then also just on one spot, not on the whole. Like, it's horrid. I think like if you want to use a palette, the point is this. Let me say that. The point is this. I think if you just use like 2 or 3 shades and then use a shimmer on top of it, I don't think you will have any problems. If you want to go in and do a cut crease and do like, I don't know, I don't think the palette is good for you. I feel like I can combine this one with other palettes like my Anastasia. For me in particular, I don't have like, I do love a really, really light shade, and that is totally missing from the palette. So I definitely need to add in at least one other palette. And I feel like this one I can definitely go and use with my Anastasia palette, for example. And just like maybe use 2 or 3 shades. I feel like if you really want to have like this bright of a like green or yellow, or like this one or this one, you do need to have a white base, maybe a white eyeliner or something, because like I said, it's not going to work otherwise. Because look at this color is already faded. Like, it's already faded. I will blend in a close-up of this look here, because I did try to like film yesterday's look, so the second look and this look as well, for TikTok and Instagram. If you aren't following me there, do it. And let me tell you, it does look patchy, and today it does look patchy. It does look dry, and I mean, let's keep that real. If I have to set my base for cut crease, which I normally don't do because I feel like that is not the point of the thing. The point is that it is sticking to it. Never had a problem with like patchiness afterwards. And now I set this, and now you definitely see that my eyes are like really, really wrinkly. It is so sad. I wish that this palette would be like better, almost. Sometimes I feel like, because of course this is an American brand, I feel like sometimes, you know, you have the point of that I feel like sometimes when you ship things or fly things into another country, I feel like the quality changed, and maybe that is the point with this one. I don't know, but for me It's an okay palette, I would say. Like I said, the mattes are great. If you add a shimmer on top, no problem at all. I think if I had just added both these shades, like these two shades, and then added maybe this shimmer, I would have been fine. I would have been fine. Sadly for me, I wanted to do a cut crease and add those really bright shades, and you can definitely tell it's not translating, and that is so sad. That is really, really sad. I know for the future that when I use this palette, I will add in, like, if I want to have like a really, really bright like green or yellow shade from the palette, I will add in a white eyeliner. But yeah, for me that is a sad day because I really wanted to love the palette. I don't know, it's like, yeah. On the other hand, I will definitely use it further. I will use it in my daily, like I said, just in conjunction with other palettes or with other products. I think that will be fine. Normally, if I would, like I said, just add it to colors I begun with, and then add a shimmer, I think that will be fine. But it's a little bit sad though. I feel a little bit like the Blend Bunny palette, where I love the concept, love it, but the neons, for example, needed to have like a base. But this one is a little bit worse because if you add the base, it gets patchy. That's a little bit unfortunate. To be honest, I feel like I need, I don't know. I want to try though the new palette from Ace Beaute to see if it is the same. Like maybe I'm just too, you know, I don't know, but yeah, this one is a palette. That's really, really unfortunate. I'm so sorry, but yeah, you saw it here live, and like I said, I did also, which the video will be linked, a look where I tried it the first time, and I think that went really well. It was not like I said, I feel like the colors look way more different in color when you look at the palette than actually when you have it on the eye, which is a little bit of a bummer, like I said. Because if that's the case, we don't need this many like shades. Then we could have added like a really, really light shade, not another really, really dark shade. You know what I mean? So it's like, do you really need then all of those colors? Yeah. So that's unfortunate, but yeah. This is my final review. Like I said, I'm so sorry because I do wanted to love this palette so bad, because I was waiting for this so long, and now it's like, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, that's not so nice. But I hope you will join my channel and subscribe to see more reviews, 3D looks, different things, where I buy it and all the stuff. So if you want to see that, then please subscribe to my channel. I upload 3 times a week. And if you aren't already, please also subscribe to my TikTok and Instagram, so you're up to date with little small tutorials or have a better view of that. Also, there will be some looks that I may not include here, but there will be a tutorial there. And yeah, I wish you a beautiful week. I hope you will also tell me how is your opinion to Ace Beaute. Do you love the formula? Do you hate the formula? Do you have the same problems as I did? Or do you have no problems at all? Please write it down in the comments below. And we see us in the next video. So bye guys.